Alright, so I'm going to start this look off with the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Primer. And mine's in the shade Medium Deep. There we go. For today's look, we're going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection. This is specifically volume 3, which looks like this on the inside. Very chaotic. Don't really know what I'm going to do at this moment in time, but we're here for the journey. I'm going to go into the shade E2 with this kind of angled mange brush, and we're just going to tap that on the outer corner. This is a formula, if I remember right, that works way better with tapping motions as opposed to windshield wiper. So I'm going to take that same shade E2 on a kind of domed pencil brush, and I'm just going to gently start deepening. It does seem to build up nicely over itself, especially considering how old this is. I think I got mine in 2018. 2018 or 2019. We're going to go in with that shade B5. And then you're going to go back in with E5. And just diffuse those edges. I think I'm going to leave it matte, actually. That sounds cute to me. We're going to go back in with that same eye primer and use just a little of it on the lower lash and then pat that out. And for the lower lash, that same shade E, I said E5, it was E2. B5 is what we were using. And then we're going to go back into B5 and smoke out the inner. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. I really like what that's looking like. It's very spring. It's almost like tangerine-y. That's what it's reminding me of. The color combinations reminding me of the peel, the skin of a tangerine. This is the skin of a killer bella. First up for complexion, we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. And I'm using this as a skin prep and also as a setting spray. So you can do both. It's kind of a versatile product. It's a very fine mist, so I use quite a bit to make sure it saturates the skin, because otherwise I just don't feel like I sprayed anything on my face. So yeah, that's it for primer. Then for foundation, we're going to go in with the Essence Pretty Natural foundation in the shade Neutral Buff. Don't think they make this anymore. I actually bought this one off Amazon. Someone still has it to sell it, but I just don't think Essence sells it anymore, which is a pity because it's a very good formula. It's a very good foundation. Going in with our Chinese puff. It says something on it, but I have no idea because I can't read Chinese. So I think it's Chinese. I think I'm going to go over on Xiaohongshu and ask them what these are called. because I feel bad just calling it the puff thing when I know it has a name. I found these and I'm never going back. They're just so good. It's like the best parts of a powder puff and the best parts of a sponge together in the same utensil. And it is beautiful, easy to use, quick, all of the above. The e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I don't like this, but I'm trying to give things a second chance, so I don't think I ever tried using this with a powder puff. So I'm going to try it with a powder puff and see how it goes, because I don't like not liking things that are affordable, because I feel it's almost like I feel guilty for recommending something that costs a lot of money, because I understand how times are right now. It's not necessarily the best point in time economically for most people. I'm going to be going in with the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Butta Off. I do want to get this in a little bit lighter of a shade as well. Don't get me wrong, I love a dramatic bronze. I don't know, I'm on the fence. Part of me is like, I should get it in a lighter shade. The other part of me is like, no, this shade works for me. I just kind of use a lighter hand in the winter than I do in the summer. I do try to use other blushes, I promise, but the NYX Buttermelt blush just has a chokehold on me. Clearly their entire Buttermelt range has a choke on me, a chokehold. So we're going to go in with the shade You Know Butta, which I feel like will really complement the look today. So finally, it's the time to blend out the concealer. The moment of truth. We are going to see if I like this application better with this concealer, or if this concealer is as doo-doo as I once thought it was. Verdict is not in yet on that concealer. Right now it isn't looking good. So I'm going to try to smoke out some shadow along it and just fix that kind of barrier between the eyeshadow and the concealer, and I'm going to see if that helps. Sadly, that concealer is as doo-doo as I once thought. I like to check back in with certain products because my makeup preferences change, my routine changes, how I apply things changes, so sometimes I just like to let it come back around again and say, hey, let's give it another shot, because it could have been how I was using it then, and now I could end up loving it. This, unfortunately, is still a dud. If you know how to make it work, let me know in the comments, but it is not hydrating on me at all. It dries out my under eyes, and close up, they look like poop. From this far away, it looks great, but close up in the mirror, it did not pass. For this look, we're going in with the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Chocolate. And I'm just going around the perimeter of my lips. And then we're going to go in with another Lip Crayz lip crayon. So this is in the shade Buff. I like it. It kind of lets the eyes be the star of the show. Pulls back and has a nice nudie moment. I'm going to go in with the NYX Brow Glue. And this is my go-to brow routine lately, is to just comb through my brows. My go-to combo lately is using that to come through and calm the brows down, and then using the NYX Lift and Snatch pin to define my tail on this side, because this side has always had a more prominent tail. And I basically just flick it through my brows just a couple times, and then it fills that tail out nicely without my brows looking overdone or overproduced. And for lashes, we're going to use the Lash Extender Mascara from e.l.f. I think everything in this video was drugstore except the eyeshadow. And even though there's probably alternatives that exist for the colors that I used for eyeshadow, but I like to wiggle my mascara and blink at the same time. Kind of wiggle it as I blink. And I find that makes the mascara more impactful. Especially this formula specifically. It does more for me when I kind of wiggle it at the root and then send it through. And that's a lot better. My eyes don't look as naked. Next up, we're going to go in with the Power Grip Setting Spray again. And just give this look a final seal, so to speak. And we're going to let that dry just a little bit. And then we're going to go in with the Moira Dreamlight highlighter. And I have mine in the shade Reckless Love, which is this really pretty, it's a gold, but it kind of has like a pinky reflect to it. It's very, very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and go in with that. And I'm just going to tap that on the high points of the face. I especially love doing it under the brow. It complements this look really well. This highlighter was only like $8, so gorgeous. See, this side's still pretty, but this side just takes the cake. It is a absolutely beautiful highlighter formula, especially for as cheap as it is. So just building that up. Put a little here and a little here. And with the highlighter applied, that is going to complete the look for today. I hope you guys had fun watching me on this journey from the eyeshadow to the complexion products. If you picked up any tips or tricks that I use, definitely let me know in the comments, or if you just like the color combo, let me know. Give me a big thumbs up. It helps the algorithm know that my video is worth watching. So thank you anyway. If you've taken the time this far to get into my video, it means more than you could know. I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber yet, we would love to have you over here. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!